Valentine's Day is Friday. Already here, can you believe it? Isn't that crazy? And as couples look for ways to strengthen their relationships, science suggests the answer may actually lie within.
Our 9 News mental health expert Sheryl Ziegler, she joins us to discuss the ever-growing self-love importance. So let's talk about what is self-love.
Yeah, well, self-love is probably like the pop way of what we say in psychology is really just looking within yourself to find your own positive attributes. So if you try going into a relationship, but inside you really feel like, oh, I'm not that really great at anything. Oh, I don't even know if I'm that attractive. Oh, I don't like my style or something. That's the kind of energy and even bias you look for on the outside. You start looking for negative things in other people because you're thinking negative things about yourself.
But that's so funny because I feel like one thing people are hoping to get from a relationship is validation of who they are, not going into the relationship already knowing that and loving that.
Right, right. And so you and I kind of talked about this a couple of weeks ago. So one of the things I think people don't think about, especially this week of love, is how do I really attract in not just anybody, but like real love, healthy relationships. If you don't have that within your own self, it is really hard to find that outside of yourself for somebody else to give to you what you don't already have. So yes, and a relationship might elevate you. You might say, you make me feel better about myself.
Yes.
That, I get that, because people could be thinking, well, my partner does that. But you have to have some root of that. And there's a self-positivity bias, right? Where it just says, I'm looking for things in me that feel good, that look good, so that then I can look for that in other people. And now we can get that chemistry going between us, both boats rise.
You attract that too.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes, yes. And it's, in psychology, we call it a bias. So you can say lots of things. You attract that, that's energy. The other way of looking at it is just, I have a bias toward looking for certain characteristics in other people that I actually see myself. Because we all know the unhealthy side of things, right? You go, how did you end up in that unhealthy relationship again? Why do you keep repeating that? Because you have a bias toward looking for things like that.
I want to ask an important distinction, though, because I feel like some people are afraid to love themselves because they think it's selfishness or narcissism. What is the difference there?
Yes, I'm so glad you asked that. So the difference is when you are working on positivity within yourself, it's for personal growth. It's for healthy relationships, or maybe, you know, better education, whatever it might be. It's for the betterment of first yourself, to get other things around you, to attract other things around you that are also positive. When you're narcissistic and things like that, everything's just about you. It isn't about the betterment of anything around you.
It doesn't even have to be positive. It can, negativity can be narcissism too.
Absolutely. Yes. It's a preconception within what's happening within yourself, and then the biases that you see in yourself are pretty skewed.
Right.
They're not about self-growth and empowerment and love, really.
Right. Yeah. I feel like you can tell when somebody loves themselves because, like what you said, it pours out onto other people.
And they always say, get into a relationship, but love yourself first, and then you can love someone else.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, Dr. Sheryl Ziegler, again, Valentine's Day this Friday. What are we going to work on, everybody? Loving ourselves. Even those of us in relationships, I feel like this goes by the wayside sometimes.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Dr. Ziegler, we appreciate it. Thank you very much.